Namaste Mamas. Today we're going to do a practice for heart health and expansion of heart, and just to flow the energy from heart down to baby, from baby up to heart, and all of that nice stuff. So as always, grab yourself a couple of blocks, a bolster or cushions, blankets, whatever you might want, maybe a strap if you find that using a strap sometimes helps. Always have those near you just in case, and I'll meet you back in a seated position like what I am in just a moment. Okay, so starting easy seated. As always, if you feel better to be sitting up against a wall, grab yourself a wall and lay up against that. And let's start by coming into our Yoni Mudra. So thumbs and index fingers together, and we're going to place the hands onto the tummy. And just close the eyes. Feel the movement of the breath through the hands. Be sure to allow your shoulders to sink down, the crown of your head to lengthen. And be mindful not to expand your tummy with your breath too far. Notice the coming and the going of the breath down at the hands. Allow yourself to be here. And whilst you're breathing, send love down to your baby. Right now you are breathing for 2 or more if you're expecting more than one baby. And then bring both hands to the ribs. Breathing into the hands here. Still sliding the shoulder blades down the back so we don't find that the shoulders are lifting up. And you can feel the expansion of breath through the ribs. You may be able to feel the beating of your own heart as your heart and your breath are both working together for 2. Notice and find the space and the ability that you have to breathe, both for you and your baby. Relaxing the face. And then bring the hands onto your heart. Just breathing into your heart center. Be mindful not to take it into the throat. And we're going to watch the wave of breath from the belly into the ribs, then into the heart. And as we breathe out from the belly, from the ribs, and from the heart. Breathing in through the lower belly, ribs, heart. Breathing out from the lower belly, ribs, and the heart. Following this wave of breath. right now you'd like to set an affirmation, intention and sankalpa. Maybe an agreement with your baby that when you're both ready and when the time is right, your baby will arrive. Sending words of affirmation down to your unborn child. I love you, I can't wait to meet you. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for this journey and this experience that I can share with you. And keeping the eyes closed, just rest the hands down towards the legs and give the shoulders a roll. Now if you feel that you may want to swap the legs over, go ahead and do that. Maybe give them a wiggle out in between sides. Rolling the ankles. And we're going to take Sikali breath now. So this is a breath which helps to cool the body down. So right now we are approaching May, which I can't believe, and it is starting to get a little bit warmer, and I'm aware that some of you are experiencing heartburn as well. So this is a breathing exercise that can cool yourself down, cool the body. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll the tongue like this. If you can't roll the tongue, don't worry, you're just going to purse your lips as you take a breath in. So what you do is you just allow your arms to be nice and soft, palms up or down. If you are feeling quite hot already, maybe have the palms up just so you can release. But we're going to take a breath in through a rolled tongue and breathe out. Now if you can't roll the tongue, which some people can't, that's okay, it's just a genetic thing. You're just going to breathe in through pursed lips. We're going to do this 10 times. When you finish that 10th one, make your way onto your hands and your knees. And just take a gentle rock from side to side here. So if you're feeling a little bit tired, you want to ground a bit more, just come into the earth. Just maybe bring the bottom back to the heels. If it's too much right now, for you to bring your bum back to your heels, you can use a bolster underneath, and just you can rest down onto your forearms. If you've got the availability and the space to rest all the way down, then please do. But if you feel okay, you may want to take a down dog as long as you're before 22 weeks and baby hasn't yet turned. If you want to get in between the two, come into puppy dog pose with me here. The main thing right now is we want to just be breathing into the back space and finding space in the top of the back Take 2 more breaths. And then let's meet on hands and knees. Tuck the toes, walk the hands back towards the knees. And we're going to sink the soles of the feet down, walk the hands up halfway, take a rock from side to side. Take your time. I appreciate I'm not pregnant, so I might be moving faster than you, so you just take your time. And just breathe as you round through the back, breathe in, tuck the bottom, tuck the chin. Breathe out, release the tailbone away, reach the heart forward, gazing up. And we're going to come up, rolling through the back. I appreciate you can't see me, but we're going to come back down onto the earth now. Anyway, so just reaching the arms above the head, and then bring the hands down through prayer, and bringing your prayer in towards your heart space. Take a breath in as you reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Breathe out, hands come down onto the thighs. Breathe in, round through the back. Breathe out, release the tailbone. Walk the hands down the legs onto the floor. Take a rock from side to side. So starting with our left leg, we're going to extend the left leg back. Nice big stretch. And then guide the left foot to the outside of your left hand. This is where if you want to use a block or you want to use bolsters underneath the hands, you can. But main thing is we want to open up through the heart. So we're just going to reach the heart forward and take some rolls through the hips here. Thinking about leading with the heart forward instead of rounding through the back here. If it feels better, you may want to bring the hands all the way up and just rock from forward and back. As long as we're moving, we've got that openness of the heart in mind. If the hands are off the floor, we're just going to gently bring them back down. Left leg rocks back, coming onto hands and knees, or you can take child's pose if you need to rest. And we're going to take a rolling cat-cow. So we're going to breathe in as we round through the back. Take the hips back towards the heels. Breathe out, reach forward, lift the heart. Breathe in, round through the back, hugging your baby in. Breathe out, reach forward with the heart. Lift the tail. Be mindful not to collapse the belly down. Breathe in, round back. We've got one more. Breathe out. Lovely. And extend that right leg away this time. So get a stretch down the back of the right leg. Reaching the heel away. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, guide your right leg forward. Again, using block or bolster underneath the hands if you want to. And take some rolls of the hips. You can bring the hands up onto the thighs and just rock forward and back. Make sure you're grounding. You're pushing through the top of the left foot, especially if the hands are off the floor. You may want to take that yogic breath that we did right at the beginning. That breath from the belly to the chest to the heart space. And bring the hands down. Right leg pops back. Hands down onto the mat. And take your rolling cat-cow again. So breathe in, round through the back. Take the heels back towards the bum, back towards the heels. Breathe out, reach forward. Lift the heart. Gaze up. Breathe in, round through the back. All the way back. Breathe out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Tuck the toes, walk the hands back to the knees. If you feel that you'd like to take a child's pose and rest instead, please do. Hands come up onto the thighs. Round through the back, take a breath in. Breathe out, release the tailbone away. And then roll up. Coming all the way up, Reaching the arms above head, deep breath in, hands come into prayer. Breathe out your prayer, sits at your breastbone, in between the boobs. Okay, let's go one more time. So breathe in, reach the arms up, overhead. Breathe out, release the hands down onto the thighs. Breathe in, round through the back. Breathe out, walk the hands down the legs. If you're in child's pose, meet us on hands and knees now. Lovely, same again, so take the left leg back. And as you breathe out, guide your left foot forward, top of the right foot is pushing down into the earth. Take whatever movement you want to here, so you can stay here, you can stay totally still. If actually you're thinking, oh, I like to take a half split sort of stretch and work through the back of the left hamstring, you can maybe straighten that left leg. But make sure that we're not rounding through the top of the back. We're reaching the heart forward at all times. And you're breathing. And you're doing what feels good for you. Let's meet back on hands and knees. Taking some barrel cat-cow. So we're going to scoop the belly down and then all the way round and up. And seeing how it feels to move in a more lateral way. You can get your hips into this a little bit more, your head, your shoulders. Really get into those intercostal muscles. And the other way. Last one here. And extend the right leg back. Breath in. Breathe out. Guide it forward. Take that movement that you would like to. So it doesn't have to be the same as what you did on the other side. It can be different. And finding ourselves back onto hands and knees. Again, to take that barrel movement of your cat-cow. So rolling laterally. And the other way. Beautiful. And let's sit back into a child's pose once again. So knees out wide, toes together, and release your forehead down, maybe onto a bolster, onto a block, or onto the floor. Finding space both in the front and the back of the heart to breathe. If it feels okay, and if you've got your head securely grounded on something, whether it's your arms, bolster, block or the floor, you might just want to give the forehead a massage. And really let the earth take the weight of your head. Taking some weight off the shoulders as well. Three more breaths. gently. Let's meet back on hands and knees. And we're going to take tiger pose, or it's also called bird dog. It's also called Vajragrasana as well, which I'm not very good at Sanskrit, just in case you want to know Sanskrit. So we're going to start by extending our left leg back. Hug your baby in and make sure you're feeling secure through the top of the back, so you're not collapsing, we're not rounding through the back, but we're pushing away, and lift that left leg off the floor. You may want to take the hands a little bit wider. Now we've got the option to extend your right arm forward as well. We've got 3 breaths. If it's too much here, you can put one of the limbs down. You can just do the arm if you feel better. Here's 2. 3. Bringing that right hand down, you're going to flatten the left foot onto the floor. Take the right foot just out behind us a little bit. Your right knee, right hand and the left foot are going to be in line with one another. And we're going to reach this left arm all the way up and draw your lower ribs, especially on your left side, down towards the top of the left hip. So if it feels alright, you may want to reach the arm all the way ahead. If you want to add a balance into this, maybe lift that left leg off the floor. You do what feels best for you. For some of you, it might feel good to take more of a heart opener here. So instead of arching the back, we keep the body nice and open, but we're just going to take that left arm back. So we're not arching through the back, we're not sticking the bum out, we're keeping the body, the torso still, and we're taking that left arm back. Engaging your abdominal muscles to hug your baby all the way in. One more breath. And bring that left hand down, and then the left leg, and take a rock side to side. Let's take the right, what are we doing? Yeah, sorry, the right leg away and the left arm coming into that posture. So one side might feel more available than the other. I know this side I'm so much stronger because I kick a football with my left leg and I'm right-handed, so I'm on my dominant side here. Whereas the other I don't feel as stable, but I feel. It's all about the feeling, one side to the other. So we don't want to match how it looks, we want to match the feeling, balance that out. Left hand comes down, right foot flattens, left foot pops out a little bit behind you, and we're going to reach the right arm up. So you can either keep your arm here, maybe reach the right arm overhead, maybe lift the the right leg, or take that right arm back. 3 breaths. And being mindful also not to lock the elbow of that supporting arm. And let's come down. And grabbing hold of your block or your bolster, you're going to just pop that in between the heels, just so you can sit back and take a roll of the shoulders in our hero pose or a Vajrasana, or kneeling. And let's roll the shoulders forward. Grab yourself a drink if you've got one. Cheers. Alright, let's come into Hridaya Mudra, which connects directly to the heart. So we're going to bring the tip of the index fingers into the base of the thumb, and the tips of the middle finger and the ring finger and the thumb are going to touch. So index finger first goes into the knuckle of the thumb, and the tip of the thumb is in touch with the middle finger and the ring finger, and the baby finger is just staying out. So this mudra This hand gesture connects directly to the energetic, or the energy of the heart, also the meridian. So we're just going to close the eyes, allow those shoulders to really just sink down, to relax. So in this posture, we're supporting the heart both physically and energetically. So honour your heart right now. Any emotions that may be rising, honour them. And we'll do a pelvic floor exercise. So as we breathe in, we're going to lift the pelvic floor, so squeezing or just lifting those muscles up that hold in wind and hold in wee, and the muscle that you hold to lift up or to squeeze, keep hold of a tampon, if you know what I mean. Lift up those, and then as you breathe out, let it go. Breathe in, lift those muscles, squeeze and hold. Breathe out and let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Use your breath here. To connect with the feeling of relaxation. This will be a very helpful tool when you come into labour. The idea and what this is supposed to do and what it's designed to do is train your breath and your body to work together. So your out breath can stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system when it's longer. So that's the system that kicks in when you are asleep, makes your body relaxed. And also you want to be able to release the pelvic floor to allow the pushing of the baby. Also gives you a focus, especially if you are feeling anxious about a natural birth or a C-section, whatever birth you're having. If you are feeling anxious, just breathing alone can help to calm the mind, help calm your baby as well, because everything you'll be feeling, they'll be feeling too. Last one here. And then release the hands and gently come onto your hands and knees and take a rock from side to side. Maybe some circles. And get the blood flow back into the feet if you feel that you may have restricted it a little bit. And the other way. Bro. Take hold of the block. And you're going to pop this block between the legs as we come into camel pose. So squeezing, let me face you this way, squeezing the block here. We're going to bring the hands into fists and just bring them onto the lower back, so either side of the sacrum. If you feel okay in the wrists to have your fingers pointing down, so it's almost like you're sliding your hands into your back pockets, you can do that. But definitely for me, I find that my wrists get a bit sore, so having the hands in fists is absolutely fine. I'm just going to tilt you up a little bit because I know my head is, there we go. Right. So block in between the thighs, hands in fists. Let's take camel pose, so great one for a heart opener. Also really good to strengthen through the back and get a lengthen through the fronts of the legs. So what we're going to do first is we're going to guide the hips downwards and tuck the tailbone in. So what we're not doing is this. We're drawing the tailbone down, squeezing the block, lift and grow through the crown of the head, lift through the heart, and be mindful not to collapse the head. We're just looking up and drawing the elbows towards each other as well. We've got 3 more breaths. Here's 2. Here's 3. And release. Give the arms a shake out. Cool. So if you felt okay with that one, stick with that one. Our next option, instead of bringing the hands behind the back, is just to bring one hand onto baby and lift the other arm up and squeeze the block. Lift and grow through the heart, and you can just lift here. Keep squeezing wherever you are. Great for your pelvic floor and your leg muscles. And then maybe swap the hands, lift the other arm up. Be mindful not to clench the jaw as you're clenching the legs. It's amazing that our mouths are very, very in tune with what the rest of the body is doing. And release. Release that block. And then take yourself back into that child's pose, all the way down. Adjusting, having your support where needed. We've got 3 breaths. Come back onto your hands and knees. And we're going to take ourselves onto our bottoms. So pop the feet over to one side, hands go over to the other, sink down onto the hips, and come onto your bottoms. Let me just tip you down again. Sorry about my hair. I look like Curtin from this country. My fringe dried before the rest of my other hair did. Alright, so on our bottoms, Janu Sirasana, which is our head beyond knee pose. We're going to start with our right leg. And extend your right leg away, bringing your left foot onto the inside of the right thigh. So in normal yoga, we reach sideways, but for today we're actually going to reach forwards. So having your block or having a bolster in front of you is going to be good. Maybe lift the flesh from underneath the sit bones. Keep the toes of that right foot lifting up towards the sky, so we don't find the foot kind of flailing inwards or outwards, but we've still got activity. And keep that knee nice and soft as well, so you're not really squeezing through the leg. So hands come down onto the floor. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, just lean forward with the heart. And this is as far as we need to go. You've got your block there. If you want to rest your hands on the block, you can use it on the higher level. You can even grab your bolster. This is one of my faves. And just rest your head on here, but be mindful that you don't find yourself rounding through the back. We've got 5 breaths here, flexing that right foot. Slowly lift the body back up, and let's open that left leg out to the side, swapping the legs over, so bring the right leg in this time, so right foot is laying, the sole of the foot is laying on the inside of the left leg. Left foot is flexed, and hands come out to just out to the sides in front of us. Take a breath in. Lead with the heart and reach forward with the crown. So imagine someone's pulling the string from the crown of the head upwards. My scalp is very blue, I've just noticed. It's not my aura, it's just hair dye. We've got 3 more breaths. Slowly bring the body up. Opening that right leg out again, just give the legs a little shake out. Grab yourself a drink if you've got one. And we're going to bring this left, or bend this left knee. If you need to sit on a block here, I definitely recommend, because once we lift the legs, that can mean that we start to roll back a little bit. So take your time, block or a cushion, just so we can stay upright. Having the hands on, left hand on the left knee, or you can hold on to the left shin if it's available. Reach the right arm up, take a breath in. Breathe out and just take a reach over. So the hand is coming onto the floor behind the body. Fingertips are just resting on the floor, so we're not leaning back. We want to get the crown of the head in line with the throat, which is in line with the heart, which is in line with the belly button, and also in line, or the middle of the spine in line with the belly button, and also in line with the base of the spine. So we're not rocking back, we're not forward. We're in one nice line. Keeping the body how it is, we're going to look over the left shoulder instead. Just see how that feels. And then look over the right. And then over the left. One more time to the right. And last one to the left. And head to centre, swap legs over. So right knee bending in, hold on to the right shin, left foot flexed, left arm reaches up, breathe in, breathe out, take yourself all the way around. Just gazing to the side, so not over the shoulder just yet. Spine nice and long. And look over the right shoulder. And over the left. Over the right. And the left. Last one to the right. And last one to the left. And head back to centre. Lovely. And just release the legs, give them a shake out. Coming into final relaxation now, so we're going to come onto our left hand side. Having bolster, cushions, absolutely anything that you like to use. Grab yourself a drink. So all the way down. Closing the eyes. Maybe rest your right hand onto your tummy, and your left if it feels comfortable. The main thing is that you are fully supported. And just releasing any tension from the face, the eyes, the mouth, the neck, shoulders, chest, the upper back, the waist, the mid-back, the mid-torso, lower back, lower torso, bottom, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, heels, toes, fingers, wrists, forearms, elbows, tops of the arms, shoulders again. Notice the coming and the going of your breath, the fluidity, the effortless nature of your breath, the simplicity of this moment right now. If the mind wanders, you just bring it back to your breath, bring it back to your intention, your agreement with baby. us back to your breath, your physical body. When you hear the bell, bring yourself to a comfortable seated position, or you're welcome if you're feeling super content where you are and you don't want to move, you can stay there and just continue resting for as long as you need. Bringing hands to prayer at the heart space. Keeping the thumbs, the heels of the hands and the baby fingers together. Just open out the rest of the fingers, coming into a lotus flower. With your intention, I'd like you to drop your intention into the flower and close it up, and guide that flower from prayer into Yoni Mudra down towards your womb space. Thank yourself for your practice. May you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be peaceful. Namaste.